Hi, my name is Barb Kraus, and this is my slideshow. My operational definition of STEM is integration, cooperation, and connection. Integration of skills and the real-world problem set. Cooperation and connection are kind of connected. Sorry, didn't mean that as a pun, but came out that way. So cooperation is working in groups and also agreeing to disagree. Connection is just the idea of what STEM is about. Connection between science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And none is more prevalent than the other. They are just all necessary. Incorporating STEM into my classroom. I was fortunate enough to teach an engineering class at my previous school, and we observed that the parent drop-off in the morning was quite the mess. So the students observed cars, counted cars on every day of the week. They noticed if certain days were busier than others, if the weather affected the volume of traffic. Of course, you can imagine that rainier days there was a higher count of parent drop-off. The students reviewed the data, collected and constructed suggestions. Their suggestions included additional signage, construction vests for security, and painting the roads. They presented their information at open house for their parents, and the information was also shared with the school safety committee. Their presentations included posters that we made on our poster printer. We were fortunate enough to have one. And the things that they suggested and were very serious about, it was, for many of them, it was really an eye-opener as to what happens and what they suggested to fix the problem. From the chart, the engineering connections are defining the problem. Parent drop-off was a mess. Plan and carry out, they counted cars, whether it was raining or sunny, warm or cold. Designing a solution, obtaining, evaluating, communicating the information, which is what they did on open house and to our safety committee. Math, making sense and persevering. They didn't think it would be that hard to count cars, but they realized on busier days it was hard to keep up, and there were distractions, people walking by, and it was, for some reason, that surprised them the most, was that it was hard to count the cars. They just didn't think that would be an issue when we first discussed how we were going to complete this project. But overall, I think they did a fantastic job, and I was really proud of their efforts and proud of their conversations. I think it was really eye-opening for them. Why is STEM education important? One of the things that surprised me when I did this search, I put the question in Pinterest. Yes, Pinterest, because I was curious what would come up to the response, why is STEM education important? The one thing that I had not thought of was the fact that STEM jobs are growing at a rate of 24% compared to other fields. Medical, manufacturing, other fields like that, the growth is a lot more rapid. Collaboration. Students spend so much time working or doing independent things that they don't spend the time working, they don't understand working together. So I think collaboration is a huge advantage when it comes to a STEM project. And critical thinking skills. Again, everything is so instant or on demand. When we search for answers, STEM projects need you to slow down. You need to think of how you're going to find this information. You need to think of what you are going to do with the results. It's not just a multiple choice here, circle A, B, C, or D. You need to understand it and understand it well enough that you can explain it to somebody and they can understand it. And the goals for this course. I love STEM. Like I said, I consider myself very fortunate when it came to teaching engineering at the previous school. Next year, matter of fact, I just found out that the transfer was put through this morning, so this is kind of exciting. I will be teaching middle school kids. And part of the topics we had discussed when we had talked about transitioning was having a Wednesday STEM lesson. So I'm really looking forward to that. But at the same time, I'm not so sure that all my STEM skills are 100%. And we can always learn and we can always improve. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I can learn from this course and the next 3. Okay, that's my that's my presentation. See you next time.